Alright, today I'm going to show you how to check the hard drive on a no base station. These are the stations that we put Wierson mounts on them. So the first thing that you're going to want to do to get the Wierson mount off is you're going to want to lay it flat like this. So you see how I've got it completely flat. It can fold up into an S shape, but we want it flat, okay? And then there's going to be 4 screws here that you're going to remove to get this plastic backing off. And the reason why you want to lay this flat, like I have it here, is because that's the only way that you're going to be able to pull this plastic piece off once those 4 screws are out. Yeah, this still isn't quite flat enough. A little bit flatter. It comes off like that. Just so you have a better sense of it. So that's on, and then this is off. Okay, and then once you have that off, there's going to be 3 screws. 1, 2, 3. The 4th one over here, there isn't a screw hole for. So you're going to take these 3 screws off, and then boom, you're going to have the Wierson mount off. And of course, this is all going to be done with a small screwdriver. And now we need to take this backing off of the station, and there's 2 screws for that, and they're right here. This one here, and the one that corresponds on the other side is right there next to the label. And make sure that you have plastic down on your work surface so that you don't scratch the screen. So now I'm going to take and pull this screw out. Just make sure you set all your screws aside. And this one on the other side, same thing over here. Second screw. Okay, so now to get this off, you have to pull it towards you. So this is the bottom of the station where all the cables come in. You're going to put your fingers on here and you're going to push downward like this. You see how it's going moving down? And then it'll come up and out. And you see there's little hooks here. So when it goes back in, you're just going to set it down here and then push it back up. Those screws that we took out on each side, they're what keeps this in place. So pulling it down, good. Now we've got the hard drive exposed right here. And we need to remove this sled, so these 2 screws here. So got those 2 there, and then we're just gently going to pop this out. And you'll see that inside here, there's 2 cables that connect this hard drive. There's this one here and this one here. And we want to make sure that these connections are good. So this one on this side, the larger one, get a little closer. You can just take and gently pull this one from the bottom and it'll come out, okay? And this one on this side actually has a little push button. And that little push button is up under this side here. So if I'm looking at it this way, it's going to be this little guy right here. I'm just going to put some pressure on it, and then that releases like that. And to put it back on, same thing, just going back, doing exactly what we did in reverse. So we're going to go right here. That's connected. And then same thing with this guy here. That's connected. Make sure they're on there really firm. Okay, now if you're replacing this hard drive, if you're replacing this hard drive, you're going to be pulling these screws out. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then the hard drive will pop out, and then you can place the new drive in. Do it the same way, oriented the same way, with these connections looking like that at you. And then just put everything back together the same way that you took it apart. New hard drive back on the sled, these screws back in, put the backing back on, those 2 screws back in. That's all there is to it.